Hello everyone, welcome back to another video. And real quick before we get started, the art in the background of this video is from my community tabs and Pinterest. If you like my art, you can check those both out, and I post a drawing every Friday on my community tabs and every Thursday on my Pinterest. Also, I know Jaden has done a video like this, but I like animals too. Now, let's get on to it. I'm pretty sure you can tell I have a deep love for animals. I mean, look at what I draw. Ever since I was a little girl, I always preferred watching animal movies or movies with non-human characters. For some reason, human characters were just boring. But outside of fiction, I would much rather get a stuffed animal for a present rather than tech or anything else for that matter. I always found animals fascinating, and I grew up around a lot. I grew up around several dogs during my childhood. Some I interacted with directly, others I saw from afar, and one I own currently right now. The dog I currently have is a golden retriever, and she is the sassiest dog I have ever met. You'd think a golden retriever like her would be sweet and friendly, but no. She hates everyone but a few select people and my family. She also has the most intense side eye. I'll be getting food down in my kitchen and I'll look down and see her either pouting at me or side-eyeing me. I would love to know what's going on in her head. I'm also convinced she understands English but chooses to ignore me. There will be times I'll call her and she'll come right away. Other times she'll ignore me until she's good and ready to come over. One damp evening, I took her out to pee. Now, it was getting late and I'm pretty sure it was either cold or the mosquitoes would be coming out soon or it was raining. But either way, I wanted to go back inside. But as a pet parent, duty calls. Anyways, I take her out to pee and I tell her to go pee. The dog looks at me, playfully pounces, and then runs around like a maniac while I'm sure the neighbors can hear me begging my dog to go pee. But she didn't care. She was having a grand old time. So that was an experience. She also apparently has a taste for bugs. I know some bugs are dangerous for dogs, like butterflies and fireflies, but I haven't seen her eat any of those before, and she doesn't really seem to care for them. Anyways, I once was outside with her, and there was a little moth fluttering about on the ground. So I'm watching my dog and trying to get her to play chase, and then she swats the moth. She stops, does a little pounce, and then I see her chewing something. Yep, she ate it. Apparently it must have tasted icky to her because she went to drink water immediately after. Overall, she's a pretty amazing dog, and I wouldn't trade her for the world. Anyways, as for other animals, I've always loved them. I have distinct memories of going to the zoo with my parents and gawking at the animals, or looking out my window and gawking at birds and squirrels. Once, the zoo in my town had jaguar cubs. Me and my family watched the cubs play for hours. Another memory I have is watching the sea lions do trick and engage with the keepers at the zoo. They always looked like they had the time of their lives, and of course, that's when I first heard the sound sea lions make. These things bark. I remember how the crowd cheered whenever one of them would jump out of the water and touch a ball hanging from a wire with their nose. That was always the highlight of the show. I am still obsessed with animals to this day, but one animal I never really liked were bugs. Bugs always freak me out, and they still do. I have a slight fascination with bugs now, though, mainly due to creating a moth character. Oh yeah, about moths. How can these things be the cutest thing on the planet, but also the scariest thing on the planet? Like, look at this thing. You look at something like a silk moth and think, aw, what a cute fluffy guy. And then the moment it starts flying at rapid erratic speeds, all of a sudden it looks like a scary torpedo with wings. I don't know, I just never liked the feeling of insect legs on my skin. Probably because when I was about 4 years old, a cockroach crawled up in my arm. I am still scared of roaches to this day. Bugs are also just really annoying. Like, they invite themselves into your home, multiply within your home, and then buzz around your ear late at night or when you're trying to do work or do something fun. Then there are flies out there that try to fly into your ear. Like, what? I'm getting off topic. Overall, I love animals, and my current favorite animal is the lion. Pretty obvious, considering my persona. Lions became my favorite animal after I watched the full Lion King series, and then they solidified themselves as my all-time favorite animal by 1, being super cute and pretty, and 2, by me watching lion documentaries. I'll be talking about my love for nature documentaries in another video that I have planned, so I won't elaborate here. On top of lions being my favorite animal, I've also developed a strong love for cats. Only downside is I can't touch them. I'm unfortunately allergic to cats, so all that I can really do to show my enjoyment of them is draw them, watch them in line, or interact with them from a distance. I can go near cats. It's not like I flare up the moment I'm within a 2-mile radius of them. It just has to be outside, so that way the cat dander doesn't cause me to burst into hives. As a friend of mine has a cat, and I played with the cat when I went over once. My friend often shows me pictures of the cat, and I always die of cuteness each time I see them. Anyways, that's all for now. Tell me your favorite animals in the comments. And if you like my art, check out the links in the description. Thanks for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.